So, just left the gym. Sorry for the noise in advance. Just got to turn on the heater. Actually, you should be good now. I don't really need it that much. Alrighty. So, I was just listening to one of Grinch's streams. I usually go between him and Ed, like, on a daily basis, listen to their stuff. And, think about that, ponder, so on and so forth. Especially when I'm at the gym. On that damn treadmill. So, excuse me. All right, cool. Getting into it. There's a lot of subversive propaganda that's going on. A lot of things that I talked about, the dilution of terms in the space, and now I'm seeing a lot more subversive, or what's coming along with it is subversive propaganda. So there's a lot of people talking and saying things that are splitting the space. Even though I said in one of my last videos, or the title of my last videos, I envied Pookie. I never hated Pookie to the point of wanting to kill him, and people are talking about stuff like that. Whereas, earlier on in this space, Tommy Sotomayor and others that have been ran off of the internet because they were doxxed for, so many doxxed and all types of other stuff. They were ran off the internet, and they were talking about black on black crime. Now people are talking about, talking about against black on black crime, especially in the black community, and how people say they want to build stuff and make a stronger and better community, yet we're out here killing one another. Now we're talking about going ahead and killing Pookie, right? And I'm hearing this second, third hand, because I'm not watching these streams. This shit is not popping up in my in my thread at all. Like, the algorithm doth not provide me such things to watch. So the people that are getting that, in a sense, are running in this circle and all this other stuff. So that's, the algorithm's just giving you what you want right there, which is kind of crazy, because at some point in time, a part of your mindset is that you really want to, take out a piece of our community, which I would agree with some people. It's not a part of the community that I like, but at the same time, it's not something where I'm going to go out of my way to kill them, because in my mind, they're going to kill themselves. I mean, that's just kind of how, natural selection works in some cases. Sometimes you naturally select yourself. Sometimes it's self-selection, I should say. So, anyways, moving on. We're seeing a lot of subversion in terms of the things people are saying, the comments that they're actually leaving in some of these chats. Again, a lot of women in the space. I know Ed talks about, how people are really butthurt about women in the space. But one of the reasons why I hate, and I've always been a person that's strongly against women in the space, is because it starts to get you off mission. It starts to get you off, starts you to lose focus. Because, to be honest, just niggas can't handle pussy being around them. They just really can't. They really can't. And it's not really to talk badly about men, but a lot of men just don't have the discipline, mentally and physically, to see if there's a problem with the bitch or a chick in any which way, shape, or form, and not be able to stay focused and stay on mission. And it's really sad, but we see it all, far too often, where as soon as they get a couple things in terms of snacks, in terms of attention, they get any type of glances or anything looking their way, they totally lose sight of the mission, and they totally forget what they were actually here for. Why they came. I have little sayings that I always talk about, right? Like, I don't know, I'm like one of those guys that just has sayings and shit like that. But one of my sayings is, remember why you left. So if you're with a chick, and again, I'm not gonna lie, there's only one chick that I could go back to, and I've gone back to before, and I could probably go back to again right now, just because of, the relationship that we had and everything else like that. And I can admit that. I have no problem with that. But even with all of that, I can still say, hey, listen, that doesn't mean I'm going to come back and be treated like shit, or be reminded all the time, or punished for me leaving her or anything else like that. No, you're not going to punish me for me making a decision to where I saw that you was fucking up and doing stupid shit, that I'm, I'm just going to be totally pussy whipped and enamored with your presence and have to have you around me, to where it's oh, okay, I need you. No. This is the problem. A lot of men lose focus when stuff like that comes to them. Now, again, with my saying, remember why you left. This is a part of remembering why you left. Even though I could say, hey, listen, I would go back with this woman. I remember what I said and why I did it. Not on a regret, not saying sorry, just saying, hey, listen, you better than most. And if we're looking at a scale and balancing, it'll be okay. But even with that, I do not lose focus, and I do not discount the fact that I may have to just dump her again. I may have to leave her again. I'm not going to put up with the shit. And we're seeing a lot in this space where people are talking this subversive propaganda where they're talking about how, let go, get rid of Pookie, and it's not the woman's fault. Not all black women are like that, so on and so forth. And we've already dealt with these things in this space, and somehow, some way, this shit keeps coming back. It keeps rearing its ugly ass head every couple of fucking months, quarters, years, what have you. And it's like, it's really getting tiring, because this is the type of shit that I came into around maybe 2018, probably after that, because the Pookie EL debate and stuff like that. I mean, that was like a whole civil war that happened, and it was just like, okay, I thought we already purged this. But what this is a lot of new people coming into space, people that are freaking MAGA provocateurs, Obsidian, and other people trying to drum up like old shit and trying to reshape the space in their image, in their mental image. And it's like, no, you can't really do that, because even if you look at it, a lot of these men are doing what they've been doing a lot of this stuff, and all this space does is affirm that. Not confirm it in so many ways, but it affirms that. It actually makes it stronger. It makes them understand more. Like when they hear all these different stories, these different panels, I was watching, I think it was Pink Book Lessons, and a woman that's like 64, is literally as old as my mother, and she had 4 kids before her marriage, and she only had a 2-year marriage, and it said the guy wasn't stepping up. And it's just like, wow, you made that decision at like 53, I think, because she said it was like 2011, so it was 11 years ago. Yeah. So around 53, you made that decision at 53. You still fucking up that fucking bad. At 50, you're a grown-ass fucking high-steering woman. Like, okay, horse-steering woman. Sorry. But you're a grown-ass woman. And you still making these bad decisions. And you still want to get out in these dating pools in 2022 at 60-something years old, where you probably got grandkids, lady. You old enough to have them. You probably got great-grandkids. Yeah, and that's the crazy part, where a lot of these people are still in this game. So then we see all of this female nature, female influence. A lot of dudes can't really focus, and this is one of the reasons why I say that, women shouldn't really be in this space. You could be in the chat, you could be in the comment section, you could say whatever you want, but you being an active member in this space and talking the shit that you talk on a regular basis, go and make your own space. And a lot of women are doing that, Pink Book Lessons, so on and so forth. But some of the women that are in this space talking about the Black Manosphere, saying all these different things, and actually bringing up some of our talking points, being on our panels, having panels of their own. The only problem I ever had with Jessica X was not a problem with her. It was really a problem with the audience and the amount of money that the audience was giving her. And it was just like, it's not pocket watching. It was just me remembering the freaking medieval dark days, 2015, of the MGTOW movement, 2017, when I started getting into the Ibmore stuff and the black side, the Black Manosphere, and there was no money in the space. Now you're starting to see, this is the same argument that ADOS and FBA have about immigrants coming in and taking all the goodies and everything else that Black America, American descendants of slaves or foundational Black Americans worked for, were whipped for, were doing all these things. They had to build these things with their own bare hands while, supporting massa and shit like that. And these people are coming in and then just getting into it like it's nothing. Like little to no proofing, little to no actual work. Jessica X is really not a part of this because she's actually done the work, but she's actually shown that she's done the work and things like that. So that's why one of the reasons why it's just like, oh, okay, I can't say that really about her because she's actually showed improve until, proven otherwise. But when you see like a lot of these people come in and start to get cash apps, request PayPals and all types of other things and say, hey, listen, I expect to get this much money or I'm cutting off the stream or what have you. Right? Like as if they're at the level of an angry man. Like Angry Man can do that. O'Shea Du Jackson can do that. BGS, if he wanted to, could and should fucking do that. But you're seeing a lot of people coming into this space acting like they can actually pull this type of money down as if they did the work. As if they freaking toiled in the darkness and in these different chat rooms and comment sections and done the research to actually bring up these points and flesh them out and turn it into a whole body of work, an Adonis of work. Like a BGS, like a Ron Wills, like an Angry Man. Now like a Tia San Johnson, who's definitely doing the work and coming from it from a more research position. Definitely like a Green Gorilla Gigi and so on and so forth. But then you have these new motherfuckers coming in here talking all this subversion shit, trying to split up the space in so many different ways, and motherfuckers just falling for it like it ain't nothing. And that's the sad part about it. So guys, be focused. Like, understand that a lot of this stuff is happening around you for reasons that you may not know or understand, but you must understand and see that there are issues that are in this space, and there are people that are actually people that are targeting these vulnerabilities, these vulnerable people, and trying to actually get money up out of them. Just like the system, whether it be child support, whether it be the systems that welfare system, what have you, that support these women and some of their these women and their bad decisions on the backs of men and taxpayers. I have no problem with welfare or child support, but I think there should be caps to it. I think there should be better understandings to it. If a person marries you for a second and then divorce you, but still wants all types of money for child support, a lot of these things need to be looked at and scrutinized further. Because a lot of men are getting raped over the coals just because this woman is being fly-by-night and flighty. Again, Peak Book Lesson, she actually had a video where this woman had gotten married twice and now she's on her second divorce. The second husband paid for the first divorce. And this is how fucked up this shit is. This is how ungrateful a lot of these people are and these women are, because she wants to post sexy pictures. These guys are controlling and all this other stuff, but she wants to be out here, who's a mother of two, gone through 2 different marriages now, and she wants to post provocative pictures. If you don't sit your ass down somewhere and be a mom, fuck you mean, man. Yo, this shit is getting ridiculous, and we know it, and we're seeing I'm seeing a lot of subversive propaganda being spewed all throughout this fucking space, which is bullshit. And you gotta watch who you actually let in your chats, let on your panels, let talk certain things, actually talk certain things. You have to understand that some of these people are not here for you. They are here for the destruction of what has been built. And it's very sad. And some of these people, they don't even know they're doing it. That's how bad the programming is. They don't even know that they're actually screwing themselves up and actually screwing you up. They don't even understand it. They just think they're doing the right thing. Sometimes you have to listen to some of the things that these people say and just be like, hey, listen, it's like, just when you hear them talk, be like, okay, here comes the programming. It's just that bad. This is just how sad it is. When Ed asked a question, and this is the last thing I swear. When Ed asked a question one time and put it out there and asked simply, what about the black community would you save? And I thought about it and I was like, whoa. I know in Jamaican culture, I can name things like oxtail, curry goat, Jamaican music, Jamaican music such as like ska, I think it's ska music or scat music that came from Jamaica. Things like Bob Marley, his son or sons and his children, his offspring, tourism, the level of tourism, the language, the comedy, the dancing, so on and so forth. And I think about that for Black America because, again, I'm a child of 2 worlds because I was born here in the U.S., but at home I had I had Jamaican culture. And I was just like, okay, what about Black America would I really keep? And even if I said, some of the food and things like that, maybe like ribs and all that, it's like, okay, is that really Black American? Things like rock, yeah, rock and roll, jazz, okay, cool. But it's just like, even for a lot of people aren't answering that question, if you ask me. And I think that's where we should really have the main focus if we're talking about Black America and people in this community and what they want to save. And when you start to see what you want to save, a lot of the bullshit that we go through is just not on the list. All right, with that being said, I got to do a little bit of grocery shopping before this place closes, because I need some meat, and I got some rice, but I need some meat, so I'm on a little bit of a budget. I've been spending way too much money on this damn shop. Ran up another credit card, but gonna be paying that off. I'm gonna upload this video before I do my stream. I'll probably do a stream later on tonight, real quick, just talking about spreadsheets and also pre-tax deductions. And I think I'm gonna do probably 19% pre-tax deduction on my for my 401k, and that's gonna be a crazy amount. It's probably going to chop off maybe about $1,500 a month that I'll have access to, or $1,400 a month that I'll have access to post tax. But, it's long term, not short term. And this is how we got to look at things. And these are the quote unquote sacrifices that we have to make. Oh my God, I won't have $2,900 a month to spend on bullshit. I'll only have $1,500. Oh, boo-hoo. We got to we got to put these things in perspective here. All right, cool. Thank you very much. As always, I love you all. And, hey, keep your passion about this space. Keep your head on a swivel. Stay focused. Understand that there's a lot of bullshit and there's a lot of things that are starting to try to split us up as a group and actually destroy a lot of the things that we have built. I won't say this space is fragile, but I will say it is easy to get distracted. All right, peace.